Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy. As you can tell, if you've been on my channel for a while, this is a new background. That's because I'm in a new location, and that is because I am back in California. For the past couple of months I have been in Texas with my family, spending time with my family, but now I'm back in California and I'm so happy to continue on with my life and see my friends again. So yeah, that's why I have a new background. So for this video, it is going to be my October wrap-up and November TBR. So for the month of October, I read 4 books, which is a lot, but it's a little for me. I didn't read 2 of the books on my TBR. One of them that I mentioned is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I didn't get the time to get to that. And one that I was planning to read that I forgot to mention in my TBR video last month is Gemena, which is the second book in the Illuminae Files trilogy. I forgot to mention that in my TBR, but I planned on reading it, and I didn't get to that either. It all had to do with my traveling. I spent time preparing and driving down 2 days from Texas to California, and then when I got back here, you know, I was catching up with my friends, spending time with my friends, resuming my life and catching up to everything that I missed. So I just spent all those time in October just, you know, spending time with my family before I left and spend time with my friends when I got here. So yeah, I missed 2 books, but I really enjoyed all the 4 books that I read, so that is great. So yeah, let's just get right into the wrap-up. The first book I picked up is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. It is the second and last book in the Six of Crows duology. So this is a sequel, and I pretty much cannot say anything about it to spoil for those of you that haven't read it yet. If you haven't read Six of Crows yet, what are you doing? What are you doing? Please pick it up. It is amazing. Leigh Bardugo's writing is fantastic. It always is. If you don't know about Leigh Bardugo or you haven't read any of her books, I have to say you're missing out on a lot of great things. Like, seriously. Six of Crows takes place in the same world as Leigh Bardugo's first series, the Grisha trilogy. Six of Crows takes place in a different city in that world with new characters, and it is absolutely fantastic. It is about 6 misfits who takes on this impossible heist, and it is glorious, guys. Seriously, like, you have to read it. In Crooked Kingdom, we picked up right off where we left in Six of Crows, and it was fast-paced as fuck. This book is action-packed. There's a lot going on, and the characters are amazing as always, and the character development and growth in this book is just fantastic. I really loved the character more, and I didn't think I could love them any more than I already did, but I do. I love them more. That's really all I want to say. I don't want to spoil anyone. The plot was absolutely fantastic, and the ending, oh, the ending broke my heart, but I loved it. I just so many feelings. If you've read the book, chat me up on Twitter, on Instagram. Let's talk about it, because I need to talk about this book with someone. It broke my heart, guys. It broke my heart, but also it gave me a lot of joy and happiness, guys. Definitely one of my favorite books that I've read this year. I gave it without a doubt 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I picked up is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gehr. This is the first book in the Ruby Red trilogy. This is a book about time travel. I haven't read a lot of time travel novels. The only one that I've read is Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. And that, the way it works is so different from this one. They're both so different and intricate in their own way, in the way the time travel system is set up. Our main character Gwen is a 16-year-old girl who all her life, her cousin has been said, predicted to be the one to get the time travel gene, and guess what? It wasn't her cousin. It was Gwen who could time travel. So she is pushed into this world of time travel that she has no knowledge about, whereas her cousin has been training all her life for this. Basically, she's been pushed into this world where she doesn't know what to do, and she has no idea what she's getting into. Now, I really like this book. I enjoyed reading it. It reads super fast. It is mysterious. It is compelling. You're just drawn into it, and I enjoyed that. One thing that I was so confused on at first about this book is the voice. Our protagonist is what, 16 or 17-year-old, and I swear to God, this book reads like you're reading from the point of view of a 10-year-old. Some of the things she says and the conversations that she has with her friends, and I'm just like, is this girl 17 or is she 10 years old? Now, this takes place in Europe, so I don't know if it is a cultural thing, or if Gwen is really just immature, or if it's just something about the author's writing. I can't really place my hand on it, but this book read like I was reading from the point of view of a 10-year-old and not a 16-17-year-old. So that is one thing that I had a problem with and I was just so frustrated with. I do have to say that I get a lot of Harry Potter vibes from reading this. Some elements in the book reminds me of Harry Potter. It was just some things that I recognized and I was just, this reminds me of Harry Potter. I have so many questions from the first book. We didn't really get a lot of info. There's still a lot of things we need to discover because it seems like technology has to do with it. So I'm excited to learn about devices, at least one device that we know so far, and see exactly how the magic and exactly how it works, pretty much how you have this gene of time travel and exactly how it works with the technologies, and a lot of questions we need to get answers to. So I really cannot wait to read the second book so I can know exactly what is going on, because at this point in the series we do not know anything yet, really nothing substantial. So I'm really excited to read the second book. For this one I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And the next book that I picked up, which is my favorite read of the whole month, one of my favorite read of the whole year, is my bae, Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Lani Taylor. This is the third and last book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. This is so good. I just love this series so much. It is so magical. The feeling it gives me is just, I don't know, out of this world. Lani Taylor's writing is absolutely fantastic. The way she weaves the story is a lot of why I love this book and a lot of what really just makes this book amazing. The way she tells the story, and I don't know what to say. Guys, seriously, go pick up this book if you haven't read it yet. Oh my god, if you've been thinking about reading it and you're not so sure, I guarantee you're gonna love it. It's so good. I can't really tell you the plot of this book because it is a sequel and it will spoil the first book for you, but the first book, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, is about a girl named Karu who doesn't know exactly where she comes from. She's trying to figure out her life. She feels this emptiness inside of her and she's trying to figure out exactly what that emptiness is and exactly where she comes from. She lives in Prague and all she knows about life is that she was raised by chimeras, which are these creatures who are a mixture of human and animal. So yeah, does that make you want to read it? Yeah, I know it does. It is so good, you guys. Seriously, pick it up. This was an absolutely amazing conclusion to an absolutely fantastic series. The conclusion was great and all, but I can't help it. Damn it, I want more. I want more from this characters. I want more from this world. I really see where there can be a spin-off from this series. Lani Taylor, I hope it is a thing. I hope it's a thing that happens because there is definitely a possibility of a spin-off from this series. It is obvious. Without overreaching, Lani Taylor can definitely make an amazing spin-off from this series. I just want to see these characters again. I want to see this world again. If you've read the series, let me know how you feel about it in the comments because I absolutely love it. And also, if you know anything about Lani Taylor doing a spin-off of this, let me know also because I love this series so much and I just adore the characters, guys. So good. I highly recommend it. I give this one 5 out of 5 stars. I could not give it anything less even if I tried. And the last book I picked up is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This is the first book in the Remnant Chronicles trilogy. This book is about Princess Leia, whose parents has arranged a marriage for her with a prince of another kingdom. She hasn't met him before. She doesn't know of him, so she doesn't want to marry him. She wants the chance to fall in love. She wants to meet someone and go through the process of falling in love with them. She wants someone to marry her for her and not because they are obligated to. So we pretty much follow her journey of fleeing her kingdom the day of her wedding. After Leia escaped and started a new life in another place, she encounters these two beautiful, fine men who are into her and she kind of has feelings for both of them. What she doesn't know is one of them is an assassin sent to kill her and the other one is the prince she was supposed to marry. So we pretty much go on this journey and finding out who is who. It was an enjoyable read. It was captivating. I did not love it, but I liked it. I enjoyed the read. It was fun. There wasn't a lot of stuff going on in this first book, but I think there will be more and more that we get to find out exactly about this world in the second book, because there are a lot of things we still don't understand in this world. The magic system, for one, is kind of something that is still developing, so I'm excited to read the second one to find out exactly what that is about and see where our character went from the end of this book, because the end was interesting. Okay, yeah, I enjoyed this one. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So those are all the books that I read in the month of October. Moving on to my November TBR. So the first book that I'm going to be reading in the month of November, which I already started reading, is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is one of the books that was in my 10 books that I want to read before the end of 2017. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it in the description box, so check that out. So far, I'm liking what I'm reading. It is intriguing. I'm enjoying Brandon Sanderson's writing, and I like a character already. If you've read this book, go ahead and leave a comment and guess who that character is. It is a high fantasy that takes place in a world where a certain type of people are enslaved by the Lord Ruler. I just started, so I'm still finding out what exactly this is all about. I cannot wait to finish it and talk about it in my next wrap up. It is my first Brandon Sanderson book, so I'm really excited about this one because I've heard nothing but amazing things about his writing. So yeah, look out for my November wrap up. I will be talking all about this. The next book I'm going to be picking up is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This is the first book in a trilogy or series. I'm not sure exactly how many books is in this series, but it is about a world where there are parallel Londons. So there is Black London, there is Red London, and our main character can travel between these parallel worlds. That's pretty much all I know about this book, but I've heard good things about this and the author, so I'm excited to pick this one up. The next book I'm going to be picking up is Gemena by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. This is the second book in the Illuminae Files series. This series is a sci-fi series that takes place in space. The first book, Illuminae, was one of my favorite books of last year. It was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed this, so I'm excited to be picking up the second book. It was amazing, guys. If you haven't read Illuminae yet, go ahead and pick it up. It is so good. It's also written differently. The story is told through emails, schematics, transcripts, and so many other cool ways, so definitely pick Illuminae up. Especially if you like sci-fi, you would really enjoy it. The next book I'm also going to be reading is Sapphire Blue by Kristen Gere. That is the second book in the Ruby Red trilogy. I cannot wait to read this one because I want to see where things went off when we left our characters in the first book and learn exactly what the heck is going on in this world. The next book I'm going to be picking up is The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. It is the second book in the Remnant Chronicles trilogy, and I cannot wait to read this one because the first book left off on a cliffhanger. Okay, I cannot wait. And the last book I'm going to be picking up is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. It is the first book in the Percy Jackson series. I cannot wait to read this one. It was also on my list of 10 books I want to read before the end of this year. So yeah, I cannot wait to start and get into the world of Greek mythology. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this series. I cannot wait to read this series and see what everyone has been talking about and experience Rick Riordan's writing because I've heard it is amazing. So those are all the books that I want to read in November. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about them. I would love to chat with you. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.